working to get your body back, and then you find that you're pregnant again, and not just with one baby, two. You're having multiple babies, unexpected pregnant. I felt pregnant. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lifestyle with Coco. So, on the previous edition, I talked about my first pregnancy and then the unexpected second pregnancy. I think I ended on that note. So, I'd like to begin this new one. The gymming and then everything. I told you guys I played a trick on my husband 2 years prior to that incident, that I was having twins, and then fast forward to 2 years later, I was actually having twins. And they don't have twins in their family, Sha. So normally they're supposed to even be paying me as the Iyawo that brought or started the lineage of multiple babies in their family. Now, because of me, they can now be having twins in their families, but nobody paid me. But they were very happy. So, it was a lot. It was a lot. When I found out that when I went for, in fact, when I did the blood test, and was it the blood test? No, the urine thing, and found out that okay, I was pregnant. I did not know it was twins. It happened at a time where we're actually battling. We're having financial challenges, lots of it. My husband had lost his job. He was working with an engineer on his site. Does that. He's into this building construction and all that. And I think the engineer had issues with the owner of the place over mismanaged funds and all. So it led to him being fired. And then so everybody under that engineer would get fired also. And so there's no money coming in. Then other side hustle he tried to have a pig farm. It didn't work out. Is it animal husbandry? They call it goats, pigs, different things like that. It didn't work out. He had issues with some other deal he did with certain people that didn't, exactly go out well. Then he had this thing with this famous. It was really, I think then it was very rampant. Is it MBA? They call it this what do they call them? Oh, something that thing where you put money and then take money after so MMM, but this one is called MBA. This one wasn't MMM, and that was really popular. I heard a lot of people committed suicide over when it crashed and all. So my husband did that. That thing is something that me, I'm not so. It doesn't work with me. That kind of risk, I don't go into it. So when he said he wanted to, it was legit and all that. I'm like, I'm sure you want to go into this. He said he would. He would just put in small money, not all our money. I did not know that this man put in a lot of money, more than what he had told me. And then it was small money first, and then we're getting the whole monthly allowance from me that I was using to run the home and all that. It was fine. And then he now went and decided, okay, since this was coming, let me put in more. And then more, and then the company crashed. Long story short, everything shad dabarud and oh, I heard a lot of stories that time. And the reality of our situation dawned on us. It initially was easy, with not so easy, but with one baby and just us, it was okay to adapt. And then I was pregnant again, and it felt like the first conversation we had that there was immediately was baby, I'm sorry, but we're not ready for a second baby. Go and terminate this pregnancy. And I'm like, Kenny, terminate. I was trying to go like I didn't see I don't blame the man. I don't blame me either. I blame both of us. I don't blame us, and then I blame us because one, I wasn't doing family planning. I could have. I wasn't. So I'm not going to at all blameless. I should, if I didn't want more babies, the easy thing to do is do family planning. I did not do. But then I was having sex and I did not want to get pregnant and I did not do then you see, I know that some of you will be calling me foolish at this point. It's okay. I accept. I was foolish at that point. I did not. And also, I did not take precautions. My husband did not take precautions also. It's not like we used a condom or anything. It was just totally, see, the thing is in life is just somehow, I don't know how to explain it. It was really quite unexpected. In fact, the story of how those babies came, so it was a thing of I happened to be, I think I was ovulating or on heat. No, I did not know if I was ovulating. I'm not so good with, I'm sorry, but maybe there are other, I don't know if there are other women like me. I'm not so good with calculating your periods, knowing you're ovulating, doing this, doing that. I don't know how to do those things. It's wrong, but I don't know how to do it. So all I know is I was like on my heat period. I was having sex with my husband, having a good time with my husband. My baby walked in. She's really smart, so we tried to make sure she doesn't see any of that. She was taking a nap, and then she just appeared in the room. I don't know if this girl vanishes or something. Like, what means she's not there? There's no sound. You don't know what nothing. You just turn and she's just there standing. And then that just panicked. And that moment where he was supposed to stand up, he did not stand up. So I was on level with twins thing and all. And you know why he was blaming me afterwards? Because he was like, he wasn't even in the mood to make love that day, and he was upset, and I had cajoled him into it. So it is because of me that we are having an unwanted pregnancy. And it is just, and then I think 3 days after that, the same thing happened again in the guest room where our daughter walked in. I don't know if it's all coincidence or maybe God just needed that to interrupt the flow of where maybe her daddy is supposed to not get up and her daddy did not get up because she was there and just threw the duvet over himself. So let me spell that for my old aunties and uncles who will be viewing my channel. Let me end it at that. I found out it was twins, and not so fast. I didn't go for a scan or for anything for like the first 1 month or no. It was even hard keeping up with the time. I was just confused. See, we were at the point where even to eat was a problem. It was a problem. We could sometimes we had enough food, sometimes we didn't have food at all. It would just be our daughter that was okay. And we were fine. You and I were fine. We're fine with drinking Gary. We're fine with just eating, doing 010 or 001, whichever one fits into the schedule. But then I was not pregnant, and this was what was going on in his head. Like, okay, she's pregnant now. You can't be hungry when you're pregnant. You have to eat well. You need your vitamins. You need this and that, antenatal checkups and all that. And he was already thinking he's a deep thinker. I'm not a deep thinker. It worries a lot. I don't worry at all. I don't. I just feel like I'm just a baby girl. I feel like God is always taking care of situations. So I like to worry when God has said, "Cast all your money onto me, and I'll give you rest." I'm just resting, but he worries a lot. So I understand that. And then for the first uh is the first 1 month and all, we didn't have money to go for a scan to go check. It was just that bad. That period, not like the money wasn't coming in sometimes, but that particular period and all, there was no money at all. And I couldn't call. I might somebody who's really shy, doesn't know how to ask for help or anything and all. So I couldn't go. I'm face daughter now. I'm a grown woman now. So I'm not gonna be calling my because I live in the same city with my parents. I'm like, Daddy, mommy, I'm hungry. I have a job. Okay, come on, start to carry yam, come carry rice. Also will just kill me. So there was none of that happening. I just was in the house. All I know was okay, I was really sick. I was really sick, and then I'm like, okay, it wasn't like this for Zeta. Zeta's when I know I was sick, but my sickness had more to do with not that sick where it would look like you have fever, and it was more like the fiber, the pain. Just my abdomen was where I was feeling the pain, but this one was like all my body. I was so weak, and then my daughter was sick, and all, and long story short, I was able to now go for a scan. Then it was bad. I didn't have a phone. My phone screen was bad, and then fixing the phone cost a lot of money, almost about maybe almost 200K to fix this. Please don't ask me. Nobody should ask me. Reality TV star Coco. How come you have a phone that the screen was 200 or something K to fix and you don't have food? Don't ask me. I'm not the only person that sometimes lives above her means. Yes, I'm guilty of that. I have a phone. I could have sold my phone, bought a smaller one, and then used the money to do. But my phone is really precious to me. If I didn't have this phone, I would not even be able to make this clip, these videos that I'm doing now. So no, selling my phone was not an option. I did not want to. I was just waiting that somehow the money would come and I'll fix it and then we'll be fine. So when I was going for that first scan, I didn't have a phone. I went to the hospital. I didn't even go to my hospital. I went to one diagnostic center that I know that the price is fair, it's not so high. Like, okay, let me just check what's going on in my stomach. Plus, I was really sure that I had fever. Maybe I had malaria fever or typhoid or something because of how I was feeling. So I went to the hospital, did weather test, and then the pregnancy thing. The pregnancy was just to know how far along I was, not because I was expecting anything extraordinary. I know. So the malaria fever typhoid test came back clean. There was not no single malaria, no single, not no plus, no minus, no nothing. I was just fine. Then the scan. So the woman, I remember the doctor, cute woman, she had Jerry coils on, and then I stayed on. I think I went. Did I go with my daughter? No, I did not. Did I? I can't remember. I just know that I stayed on the, on the bed, and then they were doing the check, and then she was like, "Okay, you're pregnant." So on. So I just rolled my eyes, like, "Of course, if I wasn't pregnant, will I be here?" And then the next thing she just did, hold on, like, hold on. You go for scans and they check and they tell you that okay, we can see the fetus is fine, everything is okay. But when you hear hold on, but as a mom, instantly your mind's like, what's the problem? So when she said hold on, and then she said, there's another heartbeat. I'm like, sorry, ma, another heartbeat. She was like, oh, congratulations, you're having twins. Hey, Jesus, baby, God has done it. Twins! See, I was on the bed. I want to describe this. I was just lying down like this. And then, like, conversations, you're having twins. I'm like, what? Twins? Jesus. I had goosebumps all over my body. Like, twins? Twins? Like, how? Where? The first thing that came out of my mouth was, oh my God, my husband is already married. We can barely even handle one baby now. She waves off my worrying, like, oh, come on, that would sort itself out. Don't worry about that. Because you're saying twins. Jesus, oh my God, I touched my stomach. I'm naturally, by nature, I'm dramatic. So you can imagine being told you're expecting twins. The drama would call the pro. I was just like, twins. Ah. So the assistant to the doctor was just like, oh, she's a twin, or she's the audio. So I'm like, yeah. In my mind, you're not going like, hey, this woman, how am I going to go home and tell this man they were having two babies? It was just so. Then I came out, collected waited a while, took the results. On my way home, there was change remaining sharp from the scan morning. I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen. I told him first buy chicken and chips first to just calm my nerves. So I stopped at Chicken Republic, got a pack of it, came home. I think I got from my husband also. Can't remember. But I came home. I just now gave him the result. I think I ate in the car on the way home. Then I just got in and I was like, baby, I gave him the results, both results, which is the weather test and the pregnancy. So I gave him the malaria one first to read. Then he opened it. No, I gave him both, but he opened that one first. I think it was indicated on the front, and then he opened it and read it. Like, does the paper like, you don't have malaria? So what's that wrong with you? Because I was sick, eh? You guys, I was like, this man will bring a bucket and I'll be throwing up, and there was nothing in my stomach. And I don't vomit when I'm pregnant. That doesn't happen to me. So I'll throw up. My daughter would do. It was a lot. My mom wasn't so well, so I couldn't. Even when I said, okay, should we try and go to my mom's place? I was like, why would I go and drop you there? I'm your husband. I'll take care of you. It was hard. I had to cook, had to nurse the both of us. I was really very sick. I'm not somebody that easily. I'm not a lazy person. So when you see me that lie down, I'd be like, everything is paining me. It was really bad. So there was a lot. So the second one, he just now opened the test. His eyes were going all over, going all over. I'm sure he now got to the point where they wrote twin one, because that's how they indicated it. Twin one. They wrote it gestation, many weeks. This one, many something. Twin two. Just came people and said twins. He now looked up at me and then he was like, how? I wanted to say, young man, what do you mean by what do you mean by how? What do you mean by how? I mean, I'm Jesus' baby. I'm not married. The mother of, what do you mean by how? It's not immaculate conception, a guy. Which one be how? No, nobody is supposed to say guy. What's how? I just respected myself there and said, I wanted to say, it's what you put inside of me, young man. That's as it's not like oh my God, that was so funny. Every time I remember that episode, really, it's crazy. Like I said, I envy these women who, when they announce their pregnancies to their men, they lift them up. They're like, yeah, we're pregnant. I didn't have any of that. So I did not. Maybe I should get pregnant again so somebody can lift me up and be like, yeah. But anyway, immediately, just like the first one, he said it was coming. He ran to the toilet. do I need to investigate? Is there something that happens in the toilet when I tell this man I'm pregnant that he's always going to? Because automatically his stomach will just start paining him, and then he ran, he said it was coming. So I waited a while, for to come and I'll be like, wow, baby, God, I know that things are really bad now, but what twins? Oh my God, baby, oh my God, my wife. Yeah. Not to know, this man, it was later he told me that he was praying in the toilet and telling God that, God, see, I did not ask you for twins, man, no day. If you don't know how you are going to handle it, he later told me about what he was saying in the toilet because like now, so he came back. I gave him chicken and chips to eat. It was really awkward. It was just silent. We didn't really know how to take the news. I took it well, but I'm not sure he handled it well. It took about maybe 2 days, 3 days, and I think he started to warm up to the idea of expecting multiple babies, and he was calm. And I'm really glad. I have to say this part because when I found out about that I was pregnant, I didn't even confide in my mom or my mom-in-law or anyone. I just went to my pastor, Pastor Abigail, and I told her that and I was having this challenge because that first time after we had that test, I skipped that part out. It was a lot. It had this huge strain on my marriage. We basically were not like flatmates. We're just talking, okay, what would you eat? Have you eaten? Maybe we're watching a movie, we're just facing, we're barely communicating because there was this tension there where there was this unspoken, I don't know what to call it, where he was just there assuming that I had gotten rid of the pregnancy, and me, I'm there assuming also that he knows I have not gotten rid of it. We're both just making assumptions, but we're not discussing the topic. It was now when discussing the pregnancy. That's why it stayed up to like over a month. I'm talking like almost 2 months. We didn't talk about it. So I went to Pastor Abigail and I told her that, Pastor, I don't know what to do. This is the situation. I can't even talk to my mom or anyone because I feel like everybody will be like, how can you go and get pregnant? What's happening to you? I was so confused. And then she just told me, don't worry about this. And I'm a Christian. There's no way your pastor's wife can tell you that it's okay to. Nah. She said, don't worry about it. It'll be fine and all that. She encouraged me, and I went home with that result. Plus, I listened to my gut a lot, like my instinct, and something just kept pushing me, like Coco, don't try this thing, though. You don't do abortions when you're single, and now you're married, and suddenly you want to become this person. If you do this, you would regret it. And I go with my gut feeling. I go with my instinct. So I didn't try it. Even though my husband was like, it's the first stage, it'll be easy. You just take pills. And I'm like, no, but it's not like the young man. My husband loves babies. I'm not defending him. He does, takes care of the kids more than I do. But I think he was tense and about how to provide for his family, and it made him say that to the present. So the pregnancy was my people. Somehow one fibroid had become two. I don't know what happened, but apparently from the scan, it was clear that it was two fibroids I had, no longer one. So imagine all that pain I felt for my first baby, and then the second one, two. I didn't even know I was going to do. Seeing, a woman's body goes through the most. It was a lot. I cried. I wriggled in pain. I did the twist. I cannot sleep with this side. I can't sleep with this side. I definitely cannot sleep like this. Even sleeping on my back is a problem. It was as the pregnancy was going. It was, but that first after I got the news, I called some of my OGs, my main SGs, a couple of them. I told my girls like, I'm pregnant, oh, but this is the thing. It is twins. Coco. I first called my girl in the UK. I called Abby and I told her about it. I called my bestie Jumi. I called my namesake. I called Nikki, Robosa, and I just told them AG. And I told them like it's twins. They were also Abby. I was just like, girl, like twins instantly. I'm like, you're the one because apparently even before I got pregnant, she had actually been talking to me, but she would just call and be like, why you never want born follow Zayda self? I'm like, babe, which one be born follow Zayda? What do you wait for? You want old before you born? Just born the rush, born the now. Be like, guy, the things get away day for my family right now. We can't handle all this. Just like forget that thing. Now the when they really day where they see food, they chop together. How much more forget? So she was always talking to me about it. That was why when the thing happened, she was actually the first person I just told, and boy, she was so happy. Just called like, so I can, give this kids. So she gave me like I think 100 grand each to first tell them welcome for coming. And then called my other girls and were happy and told them to just keep it to themselves. And then back to the pregnancy thing, it was a lot, the pain, the strain, because really, as my husband suspected, there were times I was hungry and he was making him furious because he tried his best. And that's when we started selling off some items in the house, sometimes to offset some other bills, trying to prepare for the baby. It was a whole lot. All the scans I did clearly showed that babies were one placenta. Yeah, that's what they said, one placenta. So they were having same blood supply, same food from the same source and all. And my doctor, a wonderful man. The scans I did were not only from the hospital. He used to send me to different hospitals, like so he could get different diagnosis and different results and all that. And everything clearly all showed over. I'm talking over almost maybe what 10 scans. I did scan like every month, and then there were some months that I had. Remember the first 2 months I didn't do any scan. There's some months I had more than 2 scans. So I'm sure it was over 10, what is close to. There's like some of these hospitals I went to where the machines are like 4D and really like the very modern type, wasn't ancient or old fashioned or old school and all. And clearly it showed one placenta, same sex and all that. In fact, she was like, oh, what do I want to do with same sex twin? God, I was childless. How can you want to give me 2 boys? It's not what he wanted though. My husband wanted 2 boys, so he got his wish. I wanted a boy and a girl. And they didn't want it's not like my daughter where when I found out I was pregnant, I bought female things even before I knew the sex of the baby. I told them that it will be a girl, and it was a girl. But in this case, for me, it's a boy and a girl. I still went ahead and got a few female, maybe socks, headbands, or cute. I ended up giving them out. It was 2 boys. I was just wondering. But I am glad it is 2 boys. But anyway, before that, 4 days to when we're supposed to have the baby, the scheduled CS and all. And my doctor referred us to this and coincidentally I happened to fall on at the time where I was expecting the babies, because I said multiple babies do not really get to the expected date of delivery and all. So the timing was falling around the same time I had my daughter. And then I spoke to my doctor, like, doctor, please, is it just possible that we do this on my daughter's birthday on this particular day? And I was like, my daughter's birthday, and I just wanted them to have same day. And that day, they don't really, I think, is it the pediatricians or I don't know, the people who are responsible for bringing the baby, they don't work on that day. I think that day is like a day off or something for them. And my doctor just said he was going to try and stay work, and then called and said, okay, get your bags ready. It would work. And I was really happy, like, okay, I'm going to have the boys on the same day as the baby girl. So they're like triplets, same day, same months, different years apart. So we went for he insisted on one last scan just to determine, what was going on. Like I said before, throughout this period of the pregnancy, it got to I think maybe the 7th month or thereabout, and we found out, or was it 6, 7 months? Yeah, we found out that the babies had TTTS. Apparently, that was what the scan revealed. TTTS is called twin to twin transfusion syndrome. TTTS. So apparently, it's a medical condition in which one baby. It happens to babies that share just one placenta, and where one was receiving more food, more blood supply, more whatever than the other one. So it was risky for both babies. It was risky for the one collecting more, receiving more, and risky for the one receiving less. And it could lead it could lead to brain injury or death. It could be fatal. It was like I just read, and then now go on me and Google. I don't know. I just went there and I was checking. Hey, Salobwa, what's going on? I couldn't even know this is like. I'm like, God, you said you will not leave me, you will not forsake me. What is this? What is TTTS? How can you leave me? Why did TTTS not happen in the first month, second, third? When I'm getting this close, after all this pain, the suffering, and everything, TTTS acquire. So it was it was heartbreaking. It was painful. It was a time in my life when God, I saw the face of God. I cried. I was afraid. It was a lot. I spoke to my parents about it. Everyone was praying and said we'll be fine. They said, okay, if it got to at that the stage I was in, I think the ratio was whether 60 to 40, something like that. If it got to the ratio where it was like maybe 70-30 or 80-20, then you have an emergency procedure. I was like, ah. So all the night midnight prayers, hallelujah challenge and everything, I was there, bashing and everything, like, God, please, God. I would dance with my pregnancy, I would talk to my babies, I would cry, I would, everything, very emotional. It was a lot. I went to the hospital for the last one my doctor told me to do, and this woman, we just started. I mean, this what the crazy thing is. It was even the. I don't want to say the list. No, I don't mean in terms of competence. They're very competent. I'm sure that's what my doctor sent me there. What I mean is, it wasn't even the machines I saw was not even as genge, like as touch and posh as some of the other equipment I saw where they could pick even the smallest or slightest whatever. And this woman, this female doctor, just checked. Immediately, she just put the thing. And then she said, "Oh, okay, you're having twin babies." And I'm like, okay, and oh, two placentas. Excuse me, ma. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to stay locked in on the next episode. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell people about my channel, Lifestyle with Coco. Thank you.